Hi everyone, I'm Sally Hernandez. The time right now is 10:43 and a very scary deadline, according to a caller, has come and passed at the University of Texas, but still very much a concern out there. At around 8:35 this morning, there was a call that came in from UT, and UT has now evacuated the entire campus, asking students to stay away from buildings. Verbatim now from the University of Texas spokesperson Rhonda there says 8:35 this morning, the university received a call from a male with a Middle Eastern accent claiming to have placed bombs all over campus. He said that he was with al-Qaida and that those bombs would go off in 90 minutes. That was at 8:35 this morning. Also, President Powers was notified, and it was decided to evacuate all of the buildings out of an abundance of caution. Let's get to some video that we're getting into the KXAN newsroom right now. You can see students out there with umbrellas and some rain gear trying to beat the elements after they were evacuated from those buildings. The entire University of Texas campus has been evacuated, and right now you have police officers with the University of Texas going building to building, checking and trying to give the all clear. But as of right now, the information that we're getting in is that the alert still stands and the evacuation has not lifted. We do have a student that was happened to be passing by our KXAN studios, and we wanted to see if we can just talk to you, Annalise. Thank you so much for being here at Annalise Crumnow, for the latest on kind of what you saw when you first got this text or when you heard the alarms. Kind of set the scene for me.
I just walked into class. I was early because it was my first class today. And I literally just walked in. I hadn't sat down yet, and I got the text and I saw it, and I looked around to see what everyone else was doing, and everyone seemed normal, so I was really confused. And I finally saw a couple other people pull out their phones, and so should we leave, or what do we do? And we told the people around us, and our professor wasn't there yet, but one of the TAs was finally like, everyone leave, everyone evacuate. And we were in the basement level of the building we were in, and as we were walking up the stairs, everyone we passed, you need to leave, because so many people didn't know. A lot of people didn't get the message or anything. And
well, I wonder too if kind of people were a little confused, because not too long ago, I think it was this week or last week, where there was alarms that were pulled from the University of Texas campus. So I think maybe that was a false alarm. So was there some confusion as to, hey, is this a legit text or not? Is this a legit evacuation?
I guess so.
Yeah.
It was also just shocking to get that, and it just said leave immediately, get as far away as possible, and everyone's like, so
Where do we
what
go?
do I do?
Yeah.
Where do we go? And walking on campus, it was, which way do I walk? What if I'm walking towards it, or am I walking away from it? Everyone was really confused.
Just walking around. So there wasn't anybody to kind of usher you out this direction? No police officers saying, hey, come this way, don't go that way? There
was no one. It was just word of mouth, and I think we should go this way. Hey, I don't think you should just be standing in front of that building, and everyone just pushing to get across the street.
Right.
So.
And you just walked away just a few minutes ago, by the way. So once again, thanks for talking about this. But as you were walking away, did you see hundreds, dozens people outside?
I felt like I was in New York City. There's 50, 100 people crossing the street at a time, and there's just people all standing in front of every place on Guadalupe. It was everywhere. There was just tons of people. And
that was just a few minutes ago. So let's go over to Josh Hinkle, who's our reporter live at the UT campus, kind of getting an in and out signal because of the weather out there. It is still raining. You saw lots of students out there carrying their umbrella. People who were right there right now, what was the sense that you were getting from them? Were they in a panic mode, calm mode, just still in that state of confusion, you think?
It was really split up. There was a lot of people really panicking, and and everyone was on their phone. I couldn't get signal anywhere because so many people were calling their parents and just everyone they care about. And then there was just so many people who were confused, and no one knew, and it was just a very wide range of emotions from everyone around me.
Right. And just before we came on, I was asking you, so how did you have to sign up for these alerts? How did you get that text to begin with?
My student account with UT, there's like an information page where they ask you for your name and your email and everything, and they ask for your phone number, and I guess they have like an online mass texting service where they send out a text to every student and faculty member whose phone number they have.
Right. Right. And Annalise, I know this is your first year over at UT. You're, from Corpus Christi. I just kind of want to get your sense of what this feels like, being not only far from home, but also getting this really, quite frankly, frightening text.
I was shocked and confused at first, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I should go home or not, or how long it would last, or how serious it was. And also it was because it's my first year and it's like, I think the 4th week of school, I didn't know if it was normal. I didn't know how shocking or how strange it was.
Right. In addition to that text, did you also hear any kind of alarms that went off on the UT campus telling people to get away? Or
I
anything
didn't.
Like that?
I heard from word of mouth that there were alarms, but I specifically didn't hear any alarms.
Okay.
So.
And now, where are you just going to go home and kind of just wait to get an update from the university, or are you going to just hang around and see what else is going on out there?
I guess so. Me and my friend were looking for somewhere to go get breakfast or something. We just didn't know what to do, and we were looking to try and get a bus to go somewhere.
And when all this was happening, did you see a heavy presence of police officers out there, or any kind of first response emergencies responders
I didn't
out there?
see any. I didn't see any.
Okay. All right, Annalise, thank you. I really appreciate your time and the information, kind of setting the scene for us, telling us what you saw out there. Once again, we don't know exactly what the police department is going to find out there, but they have to take every single threat seriously because of everything that's been happening overseas with the U.S. embassies as well. Annalise did a great job explaining to us what she saw out there. Can we go live over to Josh Hinkle at the UT campus to give us a picture of what he's seeing? Hi, Josh.
Hey there. Yeah, we keep having people come up to us asking us for information. It seems like there is a lot of lack of information out there. I was just walking this way. If we can kind of turn the camera, Colby, over here. We were going down Lavaca because that seems to be where they're steering everyone, just past that taller building you see right there. You know, we've seen just herds of people going down the sidewalks there. You can see kind of the last bit of stragglers going in and out right there. Colby, if you want to come back over to this side, we're over here right now in front of the McCombs Business School, and you can see people that work there are actually here under the awning trying to stay out of the drizzle that we're getting right now. We're not too far from where the UT Tower is right here, just a few blocks away. This is where everyone initially started coming down this street and then moving over to Lavaca. I was down there following some people, talking to people. Basically, they got this text message and that's about it. They didn't know anything about any other news about what this possibly could have been. They just got the word to evacuate. And it seemed like no matter where they were at, they were being told to go farther south, farther down the street, because they didn't know how big this thing was going to get. Sally?
Hey, Josh, I know that we are been monitoring social media as well. Are you getting any kind of information from UT through that as well?
Just been hearing what people that are students and workers at the university are saying. Not a lot of information. Again, you know, they've been hearing things about other places in the country, but it seems like there's so much information coming in right now. It's a little confusing and a little daunting.
Right. And before we let you go, I want to also touch base with you on, are you seeing anybody in gear, police officers, bomb squad units out there? Any police presence that you can tell from where you're standing?
We've seen some ambulances go by with their sirens. Not sure what that's about. Over on the other side of the Red McCombs School of Business, I did see some police officers over there kind of directing traffic for the pedestrians that were actually walking toward Lavaca.
Hey, you brought up traffic, and I've been seeing cars kind of drive by you too as well. Road closures, anything that you know of right there?
No road closures, but again, over on the other side of this building, they are directing traffic away from this area. You know, it's I think it's kind of rare to see a car go this way because, you know, earlier they were kind of turning away when they get here, but not a lot of presence here telling people what to do.
Right, right. And you touched on it, Josh, and we can confirm through our NBC station that North Dakota State University has evacuated their teacher and staff because of a similar threat from this as well. Josh, you're a political reporter as well. If you hear anything coming up from the higher-ups, also let us know out there, okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right, let's see. That's basically what we know right now from the University of Texas. They're not putting out any more alerts, but they do plan to do that in the next few minutes or so. If you are just joining us this afternoon, let's go ahead and give you another look at the UT campus. This is still very much an active scene because they still have this evacuation order in place all throughout the University of Texas campus. I want to go ahead and give you that information from verbatim of the UT spokesperson that we got from Rhonda Wells about 8:35 this morning. She says that the university received a call from a man with a Middle Eastern accent claiming to have placed bombs all over campus, said that he was with al-Qaida and that these bombs would go off 90 minutes from now, and that was at 8:35. That deadline has come and gone, but still it's very much an active situation out there. That's why UT PD is going building by building, clearing the scene, and then updating President Powers out there. President Powers notified that he was going to evacuate all the buildings out of an abundance of caution. This, no doubt, does not... It goes to say that because of the threats that we have been getting from the U.S. embassies overseas, that this situation is being taken very seriously. And what we're also getting in from our newsroom right now is that the time specified on the phone threat has passed, but we have not yet cleared all the buildings. I'm reading this right now from the University of Texas. This is an update. Decisions to resume operations and classes will come shortly, but once again, the statement from UTPD just a few minutes ago is that the time specified in the phone threat has passed, yes, but we have not yet cleared all the buildings. It's still very much a delicate situation out there at the University of Texas. A live look right now at the UT campus. We have reporters who are out there. Josh Hinkle is out there on the ground, and then we also have more coverage for you on KXAN.com. We would love to see any kind of pictures that you have from the University of Texas campus. If you do have those or video, send them over to reportit@KXAN.com. We're going to be live streaming any other coverage that we have for you right here on KXAN, and then KXAN.com is always updated every single minute throughout the day on KXAN.com as well. And then also we have a new newscast coming up in an hour from now, so we'll of course have more in-depth coverage with that. If anything else develops within the next hour, we'll of course let you know with live local breaking updates. This has been a special breaking news alert from KXAN.